Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of my Factorio Let's Play. This is Floopy-Doo and let's get on with it. The last episode we finally finished everything on our rework for the smelting. I'm pretty happy with it. One thing I started to notice, and that is kind of bugging me, is we have a problem with throughput. As you can see right now, my steel factory is again out of iron, and that is mostly because the iron train, one iron train is just not enough to keep everything stocked, because actually that all the furnaces, they are using half of it. One thing I could possibly change is just here have it all not split between all the furnaces, but I kind of thought, why not do so? I just want a the better thing would work, but I want to have a second train coming, and in order to do so and to balance those trains out, I kind of have to do other stuff, which basically means while I'm at it, let me do some more research. For example, this one, it's just add a second train, but with having a second train, just let me quickly build it. 1, 2, and 1, 2. Having a second train, that would lead the train to always path to the nearest station, which means that it would path because the closest one, when it leaves here, it calculates the closest path to the closest station that is available. And one thing I want is to have not one dedicated train with a different schedule for each station, because I kind of want to have them interlocked. If I have like 3 or 4 or 5 trains or 6 trains, I just want them to wait. It's something I started to build up or plan ahead up here, to wait for the station and then go into the train track when it actually can. Which also leads that I need some kind of waiting system here, so it can go to the next station. But in order to do that, I have to do a little bit of rework up here. I have to actually block off signals that are not in use. And that will become rather tricky, especially since I opted out for very close spacing in between the tracks, which might cut me in the foot here, unfortunately. Which means I have to move some of the stations probably, but we will see how we get here. So in order to have another train signal working, so for now, if we have 2 trains, that would mean that I have to disable this signal when there is a train stopping here. So I would have to disable the signal, and that means that the train would route to this signal over here. Right now, I can do it the easy way, and just need a simple red wire connection to that signal. So I would say I read the trains, I read the stop train, and enable and disable depending on that. So if there is a stop train here that is bigger than 0, that means that there is a stop train, that signal would be disabled. So right now, if we look at the thing, we have nothing. So T is not bigger than 0, so I want to have it enabled when it's smaller, or if it's equal to 0, so there's no train here, and as soon as I have a train here, I want to have it disabled, which means that it will route to this signal over here, because that one is always the closest. Indicate that all the trains come from here. That would mean that it would route to this one as soon as it's enabled, and that would work as long as I don't have any stacking solution. I will do that also here. One problem with this, or one problem that we will have in the long run, as soon as we get more than 2 trains up, copy this thing over, and then it should have the same, is that as soon as I have a stacking contraption here, no. As soon as I have a stacking contraption up here, which we will build not soonish, because I think we should be fine with 2 trains always working, for now at least. We need to lay them out differently, because for each of those double tracks I kind of need a disable station. So I can actually build that here. What I would do is just have a long track here, and also a signal that is actually the same as everything else. And I could also add a stop signal here that I purposely set on red, and because then it has a longer way always. I think that adds 1,000 blocks. A red signal adds 1,000 blocks to the next signal, and so on. I can cheat that a little bit. If I do something like this and say close signal, not read it, close, if anything equals 0, it's right. Yeah. Anything. Okay, so and I would not. Yeah, I have to do that differently, but what that would make is I could enable this signal if both are disabled here, and if both are disabled, then if one is enabled, I can disable this one, and that would make that there would be always a train available. But for right now, we don't need this, so I will leave it out. But I will have a different second train here. I will need to copy. Yeah, that's the other problem. We're gonna have go to automatic, so which means now we have 3 trains running. And this train over here will also conveniently stack here and wait for its available space to get into the stop. Hopefully. Where are you? You should move here and stop right behind that other bit. So as soon as this one is loaded, which takes currently way too long because it's starting to run dry-ish, or I do not have enough efficiency. It's still 1.1 million, but yeah, I need to start getting into mining productivity. Can't 3 seals for mining drills because I do not have yellow signs. But with this, that should help keep the usage of that down, and I hope will hopefully fill up in the time being, but that should be good. So for a second project I want to work on today is I want to work on blue chips. because blue chips is a key ingredient in the yellow signs. And I did a little bit of the math, so let me see if I can quickly switch over to Factorio Lab. And I looked a little bit at the number. So example, what I need for just my 150 yellow signs would be 100 of them. And I went through the numbers. Right now I'm probably going for 25 factories that produce blue signs, which means I need to bump up with yellow assemblers. I do not mass produce them yet. I need to bump up with yellow assemblers, green and red production. So for red, right now we have a 6. We can divide that by 6 for our modules. Just keep that numbers in mind, 30 and 25. So get back into the game. So if we go here, we have our current setup here is we have 6 assemblers and a 6 slot module or a 6-piece factory, which means that I would need 5 more of those to keep blue fed, which I probably will extend. Then also I would need so those are 2, and we would need 25 divided by 2 is unfortunately not possible without a rest, or because they're not an even number. So we would have 26, which would be half it. So 13. So I need 13 more of those modules. Also built. Also with yellow factories. And some of them are blue. So we need to extend that quite enormously. We'll see how that goes. But I should be fine in the long run. I looked through the numbers for what I need, so I definitely need probably another iron belt, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need another quite a lot of copper. So as you can see, the blue chips, they will need to have me invest a lot in infrastructure. We built 4 belts of copper right now. And those 4 belts of copper we have will not be enough to feed the requirements to constantly produce blue chips. What I could do is just lower it a little bit. Go down to 20, and then we should be fine with our current setup. I would need more iron, because that one iron line will not be even close to enough. So yes, what do we need to 69 furnaces, calculate that. Here we go. Oh, I'm see. So I have, that's exact, just that field alone is enough. Only that field alone. If I use the full field to produce, that will feed enough iron to what I need for the blue chips. So you can see I will pretty much have to double and quadruple all my setups that I just built just to keep the main base somewhat running. Have a look at if I crunch down to what exactly I need. not go over that way. I would, yeah, I will come down quite a lot. Still more than I have, so I will go for those 20 factories. And then I have an overrun I can use for other things that I want to produce, which will be eventually new belts, which don't need them. But I will also need them for producing stuff. I need to get along further. There's nothing in here, I think. But yeah, like the advanced modules will need a lot of blue chips. So blue chip will be a massive project to get that up and running. But right now, I just want to build enough that I have a little bit of over production, but also enough to just build it. Okay, so let's go back to doing what we need. So one thing I think is that I will put it in here, just in between, and have it or run along here and have those 150 blue chips produced here and fed into our main bus. Yes, that will be fun, especially the we'll see. Okay, so what do we need? Unfortunately, we do not have I do not have advanced assemblers. What they use speed modules? When did I stop that? I'm confused. Just let me finish that, please. Should be about finished. It's weird. This again, because that will help me in the long run. Okay, so this over here will be power, and I can just move right behind. I can actually build my production facility for the blue chips. And with that, I have cleared some space to work with. Okay, so we need 20 factories, and we don't have any self-producer, which is nice. So I will use the blue factories for now. So 30, we can how will we input stuff into here? So I need sulfuric acid. The good thing is that we are rather close by here. I can just have sideline just with the sulfuric acid, which is on this belt. Just go up and over here and connect, which is nice. So we have everything kind of close by, which is good. We also need to input red and green circuits. So I need 2 full belt for all 30 machines. I need 2 full belts of green chips. So in order to have only a half a belt filled with green chips, I need to reduce the size of the belts by 4, which means I can 5. So 5 assembly machines can be fed off a single belt. So let's figure that out. So if I would say, well, this one would be input, this, and this one would be output. So I could have something like, and if I would put that around, that would be better. So alongside that main input, I need, so in the beginning, I need 2, 1 red. And then I could say, well, for 5 machines, I can do something like, I combine, I do something. I try to do something fancy kind. So what I want to do is I want to combine this and this. So if I would do combine those two. Oh, actually I could idea. So here and have this one going. If I would have a belt that is like this, and here we would have the other split. I can do this round as well as this underground. Okay. Okay. It gets not as easy as I wanted it to. If I would do something. So every 5 belt I need that. So I can make it have the way how it's acted like this. So this way. We have the underground over here and the underground here, and this one goes on further. Okay. And then we would need that belt that goes for 5 machine, and then I have the same thing again. So let's build those 1, 2, 3, 5. And then just having the output connect like this. And if I were to say, so I can keep this one going up until I need the next addition. So I could also move that one over more. So it is not as expandable because I'm already at a maxing capacity. But what I can do, and I will do, is move that. If I have that one on up, then one of those splitters and this, I can have that I can add so we have those 5, then 5. Oh, okay. So all of this will be just the blue sign setup. And if I'm doing this right, that should just work pretty efficiently. I cannot have in and output on the same side. I will need sulfuric acid, which I can provide on this side. Just how much do I need? Per factory, I need about how much? 5. So, yeah, well, we have more than enough. So what I can do, and I will do, if I just connect those like this, that should be all I need to supply blue chips. And then I can add this mix. And let's hope that everything works out perfectly. It does. Last one over here. Of those. No, so all of them have the right recipe in them. I just need power. How do I provide power? Quite simply, here you can be this one. While 1, 2, 5, you will be an input again. Hopefully that works. You will be an input, and you will be an input, whereas you will be an input. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. I kind of was wondering, oh, this one will be input again. So that is 1, 2, 3, 5, and then here. Here we go. Let's connect this up. I can just copy this part. No, that is the wrong blueprint. I want this blueprint. Please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that just, it seems so odd. It's not, but it seems so odd. I'm pretty sure that when I'm down here, already here, I guess I don't need the second belt, because I'm pretty sure that as soon as this one hits, I just can leverage the last. That will be the end anyway. So let me this. This will take half of the belt, this will take the other half, and that should be pretty much empty by the time here. And if I say to all of those, priority on output priority on the left side. That will, those need to be right side. So if I do this correctly, Y, okay, you will be all on this side, while you will be all on this side as well as here. Need to ensure that I have all the stuff down here. Okay, so that should work for blue signs or the blue chips. The next time I will need to enhance red production and green production. That should be a minor thing. It's just copying that same blueprint over. I might do that off camera, I don't know yet, but I'm pretty sure it will be done. And we have blue chips going. So thank you very much for watching. I'm sorry for the long episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next video. And so, have a good day.